the next one I actually wound up owning would be I got the RPG bug really bad from visiting my cousin and getting a chance to play the original Phantasy Star, the first RPG available in North America on a console anyway. I mean, there was technically the Ultima series. May also have been Wizardry. Well, no, yeah, there definitely was, but like, you know. But as far as like the 8-bit consoles of the day, the Dragon Quest games kind of took a while to get localized. Phantasy Star got kind of rushed out there. So I was like so incredibly spoiled by one of the best RPGs ever. And at the time, accordingly, did not really give the proper respect to the other venerable classic. Now, I did play the first Dragon Warrior before playing Dragon Warrior 2, but I did not own it. Eventually, I would come to do so. Just a weird way of phrasing that, I guess, but it was years later that I picked it up. I want to say like off eBay for like $1. Oh wait, hang on. I forgot to watch the intro. Also, that like dragon holding that crystal, that's very... I want that on my shelf. Just, you know, get it at some weird little shop in the mall. I think I have something like that, or my mother does somewhere. Just crystal orb holding dragons were a thing for a bit. But, yeah, while waiting for this intro to do its thing. The original Dragon Warrior, or Dragon Quest, whatever you want to call it. I'm going with work, it's on the title screen here. It's an interesting game because it's like, it is so stripped down that there's really nothing to it but like grinding for levels and gear until you can fight the final boss, who's really just sitting there. And I kind of can respect it on that level because like I feel like Dragon Warrior 1 is like the one RPG people play properly. Like, how can I handle this combat as efficiently as possible to rush through the game as quickly as possible and not just, like, sit here in early levels, just, or in the early stages of the game, just grinding it out until I'm level a lot, and then stopping over everything, which is not fun. And, like, if you consider your level at the end of the game is like, where am I on the leaderboard? It's like, oh no, I'm level 23, I'm in 23rd place. It changes your approach to things, and you have more fun with them. Dragon Warrior 2, on the other hand, like, has all the things that you want in an RPG. We've got a party of characters, we've got a little ship to go explore the world with, we've got, a little cool intro, if I recall, if you stay on the title screen long enough. I think. We've got, like, much better balancing. We've got little, like, side questy things. We've got a little bit of humor in the towns. It's... Honestly, like, this game has aged really well. I was just watching someone, like, playing it for the first time, and just like, oh yeah. Like, that part is good. Or not necessarily the first time. It was, like... The first time playing it all the way through, at least. Okay, that news is about to end, and then we're either doing this or I forgot when the intro happens. I may have forgotten where the intro happens, okay. So, time to begin a new quest in Adventure Log 1. Ooh, the luxury lowercase letters. Can I fit my whole name? I mean, it's gonna get cut off, but, like, I can. yeah, like the first one kind of hurt on the edges, but like Dragon Quest 2 or Dragon Warrior 2 is honestly a really solid game that holds up to this day. Um, the pacing's actually pretty nice and punchy. The world's fun to explore. The end game I really like because it's like this series has the whole thing where you don't get a game over if you die. You just get like sent back to the last place you saved with half your money, and like your other party members are dead, which is normally a huge setback. But the thing is, when you're like in the final stretch of the game, you have bought all the things already, so your money doesn't matter. And the final save point in the game also has a little like talk to this NPC to get your like HP, MP, revival all topped off for free. So there's no penalty for dying, and you can just just face tank the final dungeon. Just run in there, fight until you die, and then just like teleport back to the save point outside. Keep all your experience. Do it again. Kill one of the mini bosses along the way, and like it stays dead. Go back in. Yeah, this little intro here too is like this series was like weirdly self-aware this early on. We're doing our little like combat sound effects in the cutscene at the start here. We have a cutscene at the start here. I also kind of like the way this was localized. Just very verbose and like these and thous. Ah. Yeah, playing this on fast forward is a thing too. I remember my friend Wes, who I haven't had a chance to talk to since he got a job at Wizards of the Coast, used to do something kind of like I do, just like one day a week. Just I'm going to stream some old games because like I don't otherwise have time in my schedule to just like relax and play games. I'm going to like force myself to do it. I remember him like playing Dragon Warrior 1 and just talking and spacing out. It's like, yeah, it's a good game for that. But yeah, again, like this, I did not properly appreciate it when I first played it, because I was directly comparing it to the last RPG I had played, which happened to be Phantasy Star, and like, it's just not fair. Yeah. Yeah. But I also remember playing this and like being at a point where I was feeling a bit grindy, because again, small child bad RPG. And what I would do is just like, hype myself up, keep track of my levels. Do you remember Constructs? Like there was Legos, and then there's the other thing where it's all just like cheap plastic framework and connectors and panels. Yeah, the little sub-menu hasn't aged super well. There's like some stiffness when you're turning. They had like a bunch of those just on the floor, and I was just like, every time I got experience points, I'd like snap a little piece onto them, or take a little piece off, and just like make little sticks of like my experience to the next level, and just little little crude models of like my current equipment and stuff. Yeah. The first one's a bit worse. And honestly, like, at the end of the day, I don't mind having to do some of this sort of thing. I would like a 1-button talk option, or again, like Fantasy Star, a 0-button talk option. You just walk into them. So I'm gonna need to like get a drink really quick. My throat is getting like really dry. It's hard to talk. 1 second. I have this bottle of Dr. Pepper. And, like, I want to say every bottle of Dr. Pepper I've opened in at least the last several years, it was for some reason under such pressure that, like, as soon as I touched the cap, it basically exploded. Like, the thread on the cap is distorted from how much pressure there was pushing it open. Anyway. It's always important to talk to people. It's also important to talk to dogs. 1 second. That's stuff. Alright, gotta find some keys for those doors. This little effect is kind of nice for the time. We're just like locked away here. That's very flashy, isn't it? It's just a nice little like tantalizing tease of like, ooh. Some island town that I can just look at from here. Weird. What was I saying? Yeah, was kind of down on this. And, oh, they are just pentagrams, aren't they? They replaced the crosses with. That's a choice. I can get behind that, I suppose. This person. I also like that, like, your other party members have names, like, derived from what your name is, in this very, like, putting a seed into a, like, roguelike sort of thing, sort of way. Or just, like, based on the total bytes in your name, whatever, we're gonna name these other two. Alright, there's no actual, like, shop in the starting castle. That's right, you gotta go out into the world. Multiple enemies to fight at once. Weapons where you can actually just kill a slime in one hit from the start of the game and not have it be this, like, drawn out affair. I do like those little squealy sounds and, like, the crunchy critical hit. I'm gonna be brave and just like wander off. Yeah, if you've never played Well, if you never played any given 8-bit RPG, I would kind of recommend it. Like, I'm really hard pressed to think of one that's bad. I mean, the original Dragon Warrior, like, again, has aged less well than some things. I may have... Yeah, I may have gone a little too far. This can probably handle that. Look at the art in that slug. It's a good face. And of course on the slime, it's like one of the great faces. This incredibly verbose level up thing. So if I committed a little harder, I do feel like I probably could have gotten to the second town without like any grinding at all. As is, I kind of got my bearings here. Did I have a healing item? No, I don't. Okay. So yeah, there's not like zero grinding at the start of the game, but like just go out and kind of poke around and fight a couple times. Can I buy stuff here? Thank you for moving, dog. Turn faster. Yeah, maybe I should buy like one of these just in case I get over my head. But just exploring the local area, you kind of get enough experience to get up to like level 3 or so without really trying, and that's like a decent level to just take off and like start playing for real. And then you get your other party members pretty quick, and from there you can just kind of gun it through most of the game, really. Like, the main character kind of has some expensive equipment needs, but the other two really don't. Especially having, like, mostly casting spells. Yeah, the fighting on the big black void thing, that was, like, really unacceptable for me, having played Phantasy Star with its, like, fully animated monsters on often fully animated full-screen backgrounds. And even the original, like, at least when it came out in North America, had a background for combat. It was, like, a little square thing, and it was just the one, but, like, it was something. Ooh, a ghost mouse, you say? This might be bad. Okay. Not really gonna chance it. Good time music here. Okay, what do we got? Stuff I can't really afford. Almost afford a shield, though. Yeah, like the magic knife here is like the best or second best weapon for the princess, and it's like, here it is, super cheap, just get it in like the first town of the game. You're paying like 700 for a spear for the prince. You want them both in the one suit of armor that drops in a dungeon. It's just kind of like a magic dress. And you can get it for both of them by just leaving and coming back, because this is an old enough game that we're not really saving whether you open a chest or not for all that long. There's not much to this town, is there? I actually like how like small and compact this is, because like, have you ever played anything made in RPG Maker? And people make these towns where it's like every 2 screens there's another one building. It's a real problem. Like a lot of, you know, like very polished games from other people would also like have big sprawly things. But yeah, let me just get like $12 and buy that shield, I think. Such cute monsters. Yeah, it is nice to be able to like see something from your characters. Even just like the back of their head. I also kind of like that, like, by giving you a party where it's like fighter, mage, like there's no decision making early on in the game when you're first learning stuff in this one. It's just kind of like, hit thing with stick, they die or I die, let fate decide. You know, can I limp into town before I get into my fight? Yes, okay. There was a shield I was missing, right? Yeah. Remembering to equip that. Okay. So let's see. Do I have the money left to hit the inn? You wanna move? You just go in here, go out there? Okay. Getting hung up on NPCs is kind of annoying, but you know. Oh, can't afford it. But that's okay, because I just bought stuff. I have no money. If I die, I just, like, move, you know, 10 feet to the right here. Whatever. Fine. But, like, learning to actually appreciate the, like, you know, cash out, and then who cares if we die thing is kind of nice and freeing. Yeah. Yeah, I actually do really like the, like, ultra verbose combat messages. Especially on level ups. I feel like these had a sickle in Japan, and they just kind of, like, edited it out. Also, it's just weird, like, how incredibly cute all the monsters are in this game. At this point, I'm kind of getting lost and wandering around because it's been a while. I don't have the map handy. Which, oh yeah. Anecdotes. So at first, like, I wasn't really into this at the time because I had played like a really fantastic game before it. But also, before I finished this game, when I did like sit down and seriously play it, for whatever reason, a friend wanted to borrow it for like a weekend. And while he was borrowing it, when I was like basically at the end of the game, someone else wandered over to his house and decided to start playing with it, loaded up my save file, which was like in some late game town. Oh no, I'm dead. I better reset my game. Or, oh no, I can just come back to town here and like, whatever, I got more money in my pocket than when I left town. Right? Yeah. It's fine. Totally fine. Even. Cold as a cod indeed. Yes, I remember the whole, you know, so-and-so has the strength of many hibbongos thing, just being oddly evocative. But yeah, so a friend was borrowing it, took my save file, somehow managed to, like, throw away all of my equipment, give everybody a club, and then save it in a, like, kind of, dangerous part of the map. And I was, like, so devastated. It's like, I'm missing my stuff. I didn't realize at the time that I could just, like, reopen all those chests and get that stuff again easily. And could probably, like, run back to a safer town. And just, like, resign myself to restart the game. But also, I had already, like, gone and gotten all the, like, little crests from, like, here's a single tile island in the middle of the ocean somewhere. And then my grandmother, I was, like, visiting her and playing this, just, like, took the map that comes with the game and just, I don't think she threw it away, but she, like, filed it away somewhere. And I have, to date, never seen it again. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. Okay. I think the king is just, like, slightly annoyed. I'm trying to remember where the cave I'm looking for is. Maybe the one already passed, but, like, your one cousin is just like, you know, I'm gonna go on adventures. I'm just like, go find some cave full of monsters and wander around in there. Also, the cadence of, like, thwack, thwack, whack is just it's very good sounds. But yeah, so I, like, in despair, just deleted my save when it was, like, kind of messed up by someone. And then it was years before I went back to it. But when I finally did, like, no, this is a good game. I enjoy it quite a bit to this day. And, like, 3, excellent game. Definitely worth playing. 4, like, fantastic game. I hit the mouse. 1, I don't know. Depends on the mood. But you can't get through the whole thing in, like, one sitting, so that's something. So I could stop and grind for a bit right now, but, like, there's A, no reason to if I knew where I was supposed to be going, and B, like, again, I have no money to worry about losing. The level's just, like, passively trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go, so, you know, it works out. Okay, I don't think I spend that much time on this one. I do want to, like, get at least one party member, though. If I can remember where. You know, I'm apparently too stubborn to just, like, find a map, honestly. even though, like, when this game was new, it just came with one. Got a whole map of the whole entire world, all labeled up. You got the reverse side where there's a big, huge chart, and it's like, here is every monster in the game with their stats and also, like, what part of the world they spawn in. And I feel like people don't realize that about old games in general, RPGs especially. Ow, 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 ow. Is that they just, like, would have really good stuff just in the box. Like, charts and maps and, like, maps of dungeons even. So you're not actually supposed to just, like, blindly stumble around like people do when they're... That's what I'm doing right now. Until their grandmother files it away somewhere on them. Ooh, prisoners. I do like the way if you just, like, stand around idle your little mini stats window house like that. It's very, it's a very slick little UI thing, honestly. Also, like, they retouched it for the Western releases well, they did it for 2. But there were some, like, ugly things with the sprites when this first came out in Japan. Where it also had passwords and not a battery, by the way. And even in the, like, North American release of the first Dragon Warrior, like, your character doesn't change below the waist if you turn to the side. So, like, this little foot shuffling looks fine going up and down, but then you're going sideways, and it's the same shuffling, and, like here it's fine. But, like, there, you got, like, the pant legs, and they're going stop, 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 and it's like, are you secretly a centaur? Yeah. Hi, King, other king. Ooh, Lars, huh? Sure. Good old Imperial Scrolls of Honor. Good old having to hold down resources they're not lost. So how often I'm just, like, wandering off into the woods and dying, I should probably actually buy a couple of these. Oh yeah, the lottery, that's the thing. Forgot where it is in the game, but there's lottery tickets you get from shopping, and then you can, like, go gamble with them and get, like, a ring that restores MP and sometimes break, or a credit card that lets you just, you know, buy stuff with money you don't have. It's gonna move down pretty bad. Yeah, I was saying before, like, it's interesting that, like, my only option at this point in the game is hit thing. How much do these heal you by anyway? Oh, okay, good bit actually. So the enemy grouping thing is like something I kind of appreciate. Or like if one of these was by itself on the side, I could like focus on that one and make sure that like my first 3 hits hit it and it would be dead. But when they're just in this little clump, it's like they're gonna spread out random. Just deal with it. Which is, you know, like abstractly that kind of makes sense, you know? Like it's a big chaotic brawl where we're all just kind of scrambling around, so you like lose your target or staying too close to each other and like weaving in and out. These hit a little hard. Thou hast defeated the big rat is another one of those things that just kind of sounds kind of silly. Okay, here is a cave. Which are on this like double-sized grid. And I'm probably not prepared to come in here. Not a killing, right? Yep. I'm lucky. I'm not. Yeah. So there's probably something to be said for actually getting a better weapon. But I don't have the patience right now. And I do appreciate that if you don't have the patience, like, you know, you can just, like, be a stubborn jerk and just, you know, plow ahead and eventually just make up for it with experience. But yeah, this is honestly a solid game, which I've probably spent enough time with because I'm kind of out of anecdotes about it. But again, would recommend, like, any 8-bit RPG, just go back and play it. Pretty much any 16-bit RPG, too. Past that, I don't know, they start getting kind of long and kind of full of load times. It can be kind of hard to go back, but, like, yeah, the first, like, you know, 4 to 6 Dragon Quests, the first 6 or so Final Fantasies, all the Fantasy Stars, just go play those. Play Lunar. Meow? Play, these other things that I got when I was, like, getting into RPGs. And just grab what I could find. And didn't get weirded out at all. So speaking of stuff that didn't get the whole battery thing. Always a weird thing to say. Of course I'm gonna create my own party. Okay. One of these, just... What kind of dice am I rolling? I'm getting a 2. That shouldn't be possible. 3d6. What's going on? So let's see. The highest I've seen is a 14. The lowest I've seen is a 2. I'm rolling 2d7 here. What is this curve? Yeah, that's like the best I've seen. Actually, let's get sight with it. Like Doug. Okay. So we're going Fighter, Mage, Thief for these, huh? Yeah, this is one of those... sure. One of those games you just come across and like nobody remembers it fondly or at all. Very, very D&D inspired. Okay, let's get that. Oh, yeah. I mean, and then I guess another fighter is the way to go. Or, you know what? Okay. Just getting right into it, huh? Good to know that eventually my destiny. So screw numbers being on screen. Also, like, screw menus being on screen. We're just gonna kind of do it. It's interesting too how like, and you can see this a lot with a lot of older PC RPGs. We're just gonna kind of auto battle because like the combat mechanics for D&D kind of suck and aren't there, which is weird because that's like the whole thing with D&D. It's like it's this big, huge, you know, like expansion to a war game where you like have these specialized characters who are really cool, but like I don't know, you just kind of roll a die and usually miss, and then don't and roll another die for damage. And here we are, just like button mashing through combat. Yeah, I wanted just like getting this because like, oh, it's an RPG like those, right? It's like I do, but I don't know, this one's a little too streamlined for my taste. But again, when you're a kid, you play the games you get, right? This was a game I get, so I play. And it's funny too, because a lot of people will play like your Final Fantasies, and that was a good zombie sprite, yeah. And just like mash attack anyway, so I mean, is it really that different? And And the answer is yes if you like try to play strategically and like use your spells. Do I even have spells? Actually? Exactly, what do you got? Okay. You have some spells, good to know. And I do, like, appreciate an old school dungeon crawler like this, even if this one is a little stripped down. Oh, look at all the animation. But it's like, it's so hard to even register that I'm like getting hurt, because like, oh yeah, the little right hill is getting shorter. Do I have max on HP? I know what it is? Apparently not. Yeah? Okay, it's like the bottom line of the eye in life is maximum. Good to know. What? I may have to get up and get him something soon. Yeah, there were a lot of early RPGs like this of just like, you know what, you're just in a maze. Just deal with it. Go explore it. No plot. Just go explore it. You'll get some hints along the way. You'll figure some stuff out. It's probably gonna be like some invisible wall segment, kind of really annoying. It's a good death sound too. It's just like meow. But the lack of, like, any text in this is really kind of odd. And I feel like if I didn't have to talk to somebody to level up, I would have leveled up by now. Also, something I hate about like a lot of games that do the first-person dungeon crawling thing is they will have little like top-down view of like the 5 to 7 rows around you. Casto's in bad shape. Should probably heal. Oh no, we just level up here. Okay. Sure. But yeah, this game, I remember also, like, uses passwords to save. And I don't mean, like, you get a password. I mean it uses passwords, plural. Like, 6 full lines worth each for, like, your actual story progress. And then another, like, 6-line password for the stats of each one of your characters, one by one. And, like, it is cool that you can, therefore, like, grind up your character really high, and then your friend starts playing. It's like, oh, here's my password for my character. You can just, like, import them into your game. It's like, oh, cool. That would be, like, super broken. Oh, I got a thing. Do I have, like, an inventory? I guess one character. Equipped. Let's examine that halberd. Okay. 8 and 6 versus the sword. Just 10 and 4. I don't know which of those is better. I guess clip this and see if it seems better. And it's also, you know, trade up. Okay. Also probably do some healing. I guess noise really that hurt, actually. I keep forgetting those don't go all the way up to the top for whatever reason. Maybe they do when you level up a bit. But yeah, so this is a game that I had and did like mess around with here and there, but I never really made a ton of progress just because like the password saves are brutal. And I frankly couldn't deal. But you know, it's nice and snappy. There's some flash to the presentation. Combat is not a slog, it's just a quick little button mash. It is a very good zombie though. Like, a little hand, yeah. The eyes disappear from the silhouette when it dies. It's good stuff. Also, I should probably like check, can I actually cast spells in combat? I would imagine so, because one seems to be a damage spell. But... yeah, okay. I'm not gonna cast out one zombie, but you know, I could. And I guess the thing to do is you mark where those monks are on your like actual physical map that you're making. Instead of relying on the one in game. Okay, so here maybe I can okay, it was actually really underwhelming in single target. But yeah, so like this is one of those things where I could see busting this out just like on a dedicated day. Like I'm going to map this out. I'm going to play this in an emulator, frankly, so I can just save state and not have to deal with the password system at all. Probably a pretty quick, breezy game. But it really is just kind of like dump you in a dungeon right away, huh? Look at the stuff. But anyway, I think that's a good bit for the RPG spell. It was kind of what I had for these on the NES at the time. I do have one more that I picked up later, and I'll maybe get to that later. I'm going to take a quick intermission here to see what my cat has been bugging me about. Stretch my legs. Clear my throat. Get a drink. And then see what else I had in the day. In this weird little trip down memory lane. Oh, there's another RPG. I forgot about the other RPG. But yeah, let me take a break before I get into that one. I'll be right back.